Hey everyone, welcome back to Korejotic Views. My name is Mushtaque Korejo. I'm a teacher, writer, and a podcast host. Today is about the most frequent questions people ask me while I go for activities like walking, jogging, and traveling. I have listed all of them on this paper. Before we start, I want to make sure of one thing. This is not a list of questions and answers. This is a framework, a roadmap. If you apply this framework and follow the roadmap, you will become a better communicator.
Korejotic views, इंसानियत जो पैगाम Korejotic views, सच जो ऊंचाई नाम Korejotic views, for all of mankind Korejotic views, leave no one behind.
Let's get into it. Question number one. How do you manage to speak in your videos? We are humans. We share our thoughts, our ideas, our emotions through speaking. We might use different languages, but the sound that we produce is never just a sound. It's an art. It's a skill. If you train yourself, the speaking will lead you to higher positions. I practiced my communication skills over 6 months, and it was not easy at all. I did it under pressure, and remember, pressure is a privilege. Under pressure, under that pressure, I managed to show up every single day. The more you use your pressure, the less it feels like pressure. What you see in my YouTube videos is the result of everyday practice. I never planned any of this. A thought crossed my mind unexpectedly, and I started practice from there. Question number two. Did you feel stuck? Did you feel uncomfortable? Yes, that's a very human thing. Everyone should feel uncomfortable. Everyone should feel stuck. In my case, I felt stuck in the early days. I was uncomfortable too when I started my practicing because I was new to it. I was not even the kind of person who was doing that previously. I was just in a situation where I found myself stuck and uncomfortable. Now, feeling uncomfortable in an unfamiliar situation is natural until you grow accustomed to the surrounding environments. Make sure you put in all the efforts to make it happen. If you do that, you will anchor yourself in a well position. You will learn how to adjust in the future. Over time, you will adjust yourself. So, yes, it feels like sometimes you feel that we are stuck, we cannot move, I'm completely lost. And that happens because, in my case, in the early days of my practice in December 2025, when I started, I felt like that. I was too fed up. I was exhausted, but I kept things clear in my mind and I went with the process. I followed the process, and now it's in front of you. I'm speaking fluently. I can think about the topic. I can speak about anything. So get the things clear in your mind before you move to something else. If you don't, you will fail badly. Question number three. How do you bring ideas to mind quickly? I would not say quickly. because it takes time to master everything. You cannot spend a few months and say that I can bring the change quickly. So that's not possible. In my case, it takes time and the commitment and all your serious endeavors that requires you to be present, to show up every single moment that you keep cherish. If you are at the first stage, bringing ideas can be challenging. The best options are read books, watch podcasts, and do the brainstorming activities that will unlearn the old patterns that were holding you back from thinking quickly and coming to the point. And most importantly, spend time with yourself. It will give you a clear path to think about your ideas. Go for a walk alone, observe the nature around you. It will lower your cortisol, the stress hormone that keeps your brain locked in a survival mode. If you walk for 20 to 30 minutes, you will definitely find something valuable in your mind. Don't worry if you don't find the idea at your first day. Try it next day. Keep trying. And eventually, you will find that ideas will start to come in your mind. So keep try before you quit. When an idea comes, take a piece of paper and pen and write down everything that comes to your mind. Let it be messy, let it be doodling, whatever comes to your mind, try to put it on the paper. Don't think about the structure, never think about the doodling. Just free your mind. Whatever came to your mind, place it on the paper. Write down everything. It will give your mind a strength to think about new details that you can also add into your idea. Then you can make it better by revisiting it later. Once you improve it, look at the difference between your first draft and the improved version. You will be able to add more details as well. Question number 4. Can we master speaking and communication skills within 6 months? Absolutely not. You cannot master anything within the period of 6 months. Mastery of communication and speaking takes years of commitment and dedication. You cannot become master of communication skills within 6 months. That's it. But you will get better in most things if you practice every single day for 6 months. Here are the few things that you can improve while practicing for 6 months. Your structure will be clearer. You will learn to work on your filler words like like, and kind of things that reduce the credibility of your speaking. And you will probably be controlling the filler words within the 6 months, because I tried and I overcome that problem. Remember, we use them when our mind goes blank. When you have nothing in your mind to say, you start using the filler words in your speeches. Within 6 months, you will recognize your weak areas of public speaking or communication, like rambling and uncertainty. Once you spot those gaps, show up every single day to fill them. Pause after the thought is completed. It will give your mind time to process the idea that is about to land. you will finally know how to land your thoughts clearly. Question number 5. How do we know our speaking and communication skills are improving? You only need to do one thing: record yourself for 5 minutes every single day. And don't watch it right after recording. Let it rest in your gallery for 15 to 16 hours. After that, you can watch your video. Because after 15 or 16 hours, your mind will be less judging. You may feel uncomfortable at first when you see yourself on screen, but over time, you will adjust your feelings. Over time, you will know that how it is important to see yourself growing and making improvements. Try to find mistakes in your video, where you make mistakes, where you use filler words, where you find yourself rambling with uncertainty. These weak parts will help you to prepare for the next video. Do it over and over again. Watch every day your video, record every day. That's how you will make improvement immediately. Do it every single day, and after 66 to 90 days, you will find the dramatic change. You will find the visible change while you will watch yourself in the videos. Take action. Do not wait for readiness. You feel confidence when you take action. It's not all about you feel confident and then you take action. Confidence builds when you take action, not before it. Question number 6. How do you remain calm while speaking? Remaining calm is an internal quality. Think about this. In which situation you stay calm? Let me give you an example. A teacher gives homework to the students before summer vacations, and 6 students out of 70 begin to work from the first day. They complete the homework, revise the curriculum, and stay connected with the subject throughout vacation. Now, after summer vacation, who will be calm? Absolutely, the 6 students who began their work from the first day of summer vacation, because they have an evidence in their mind that they can do it. They have an agency which is called self-belief. When you have self-belief, you will stay calm in any situation. Question number 7. How does it feel after leaving your comfort zone? I know this from my personal experience. Right now, I'm feeling discomfort. Right now, I'm living in discomfort. This studio is uncomfortable place. I'm not used to it. I come here and make videos. I prepare, but I'm not completely used to it. The same thing happened in December 2025 when I started my communication and speaking practice. I tasted the real discomfort moment, but gradually I overcome all the problems. I was leading the session with about 70% charge in me. And within 1 hour, I had to speak for 30 to 40 minutes every single day on a new topic. You will feel uncomfortable at the beginning, but over time, you adjust. Question number 8. Can we turn a discomfort zone into a comfort zone? Yes, you can. It requires you to show up every day. It's hard, but leaning into discomfort is how to learn things. You bring small improvements throughout a week or a month. You keep learning about specific things, and eventually that challenging space becomes your comfort zone. Remember this: every new challenge requires your attention and commitment. If you give it that, you will be able to handle even the most difficult situation in the future. From December 2025 to February 2026, I felt the constant pressure to perform. I used to watch my own recorded videos, 2 new podcasts, reading 3 to 4 pages of the books that I used to read every day while thinking about the next topic. By March 2026, I experienced a real command over my speaking and communication. I had built that through daily repetition, right up until I moved into my YouTube activities. Stay connected and you can turn your discomfort into comfort. Question number 9. How do you know that change is about to happen? This I also know from my personal experience. When the month of May began, my entire routine changed. I started my podcast journey. The truth is, I had originally planned in the month of August, but I felt I had been living monotonous life for 6 months. I needed to change, needed to face new challenges. That thinking drove me to take action right away. And then I started posting my videos. If you feel comfortable for a long period, try to change your path. That one habit will keep you ready for any situation in the future. Question number 10. Does it make you feel superior when your performance improves day by day? Personally, I never made other people feel inferior when my own performance was getting better day by day. If anything, I became more humble. I felt a responsibility to help those whose performance was poor. I developed a sense of being caretaker, not a sense of superiority. In science, this tendency is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It most frequently appears in the beginners. Feeling superior was not something I experienced. I simply felt a little more experienced, and with that came a stronger desire to be useful to others. Thank you so much for watching. If this episode spoke to you, please subscribe to Korejotic Views and hit the bell icon so you will never miss what is next. I'm Mushtaque Korejo. I'm always in your corner, wishing you happy, healthy, and purposeful lives. Thank you so much.
Views for all of mankind. Korejotic Views, leave no one behind.